All right, guys, I am doing my initial burn-in on the Old Country Gravity, and I'm going to do it with the ChefsTemp S1 and their Breezo fan. As far as I know, nobody's running this combination on this pit, so we'll see. I just lit the fire, and I'm about to close her up and let the fan take over, and I'll be right back as soon as I get that set up. All right, guys, got it hooked up. Okay, it's already at 90 degrees, just got rolling, so it's already come up, 15 degrees, just like that. You hear the fan running. I turned this thing to the side because I didn't want any heat to backdraft up and melt my fan. So kind of got it down at an angle, but temperature's climbing. It is 522. I'll check back with you guys once it gets closer to 400 degrees, which is what the set point is for this burn-in. Hey, FYI, right now I've got my Breezo fan hooked up, power bank right there. Just a cheap, $30 power bank. It's running the fan. I'm gonna make some kind of shelf or something to set it on right by this. I don't really like how the fan is tilted to the front right now. I don't want it straight up because I don't want it to backdraft up the pipe and melt the fan. So I'm going to push that down a little farther, but right now it'll be in the way of the handle. And if I put it to the back, then it hits the back here when I open the door. So I either need a little bit longer pipe so it doesn't hit the back of the door, or I need some kind of stop back here or something. So anyway, power bank is running the fan. We are 15 minutes in. It's at 120 degrees and it's climbing. All right, at the 14-minute mark, it has hit a 205 and is steadily climbing. Not too bad so far. We'll see how it goes. All right, so it is 9:45 now. I'm sorry, 5:45 now, and is about to hit the 300 mark. So we started at 5:22, I believe. So it's been like 23 minutes to get to 300. That's not too bad. I'm hoping we can get to 4 in about another 10 minutes or so, maybe 15. But I'll be happy if this thing can get to 400 degrees in 45 minutes. So 30 minutes would be incredible. There it goes at 300. Just so you guys know, this is a totally wireless system. It sends a wireless signal from the S1 to the fan. And again, the fan right now is just running off that power bank. It's a fully charged power bank. I am curious as to how long it'll run that fan. I don't think I'll get to find that out today, because once this hits 400, I'm only going to do it for about 2, maybe 3 hours. But that is running the fan. I've got it set to start cycling the fan at 400. So once that starts, and I hear that fan start to slow down, I'm actually going to lower this a little bit, just to lessen the chance of a backdraft and melting my fan. I'm going to turn that and get it lower, just to make sure I have a positive draft through the cook chamber. It should be fine. That's quite a bit higher, but I've seen a few posts on a melted fan, and man, I'd hate to melt it the first daggone time I use it. So anyway, we are just over 45 minutes in. It's at 307, 309, and I'll check back with you when we get closer to 4. Okay, we are at 390. It is right at 6 o'clock, so it's been 38 minutes. Okay, dang near to 400. I do want to say that I did not light this in the prescribed manner. A lot of people are telling me to put pre-lit charcoal inside the cook chamber to warm it and get it about 300, then dump it in, and that creates the draft, a stronger draft. But in the same time here, I was trying to test out the efficiency of this ChefsTemp system. And so in less than 40 minutes, we're about to hit 400 degrees. And then we're gonna hold this thing for a couple of hours. Now that we're at 400, It is 6:04. I'll be back at 8 o'clock to kind of wrap up how well the fan did and how steady the temperature is on this Old Country Gravity. All right, guys, hey, a little bit more about the Old Country Gravity. This is an insulated smoker, and right now you can see on the S1 here, it's telling me it's 403. That's about as high as I've seen it, 401. So it's 400 degrees inside. Okay, now the door temperature right now is reading 146 on the outside. So, you know, it's warm to the touch, a little hotter than warm, okay? Right here's the firebox, and you'll see it jump up. Okay, so the firebox on the outside is running a little bit over 200 degrees. Okay, towards the bottom, again, still 200 degrees. Okay, the side of the pit, this should be the hot side right here, but it's not too bad. It's rating 142. Now the fire is down about here. You can see how much hotter that is based on the top. Okay, now our components down here, our pipe is reading 99 degrees. And the closer we get to the fan, the cooler it's getting. And then the fan itself is reading 88. It's a warm day right now. It is 83 degrees outside, so that doesn't surprise me at all. On the back side, again, right here, this is where our firebox is. So you're gonna be looking at around 200 degrees, but as soon as I move over behind the cook chamber, the outside of the unit is just over 100 degrees. I put my hand on it, no big deal, okay? And then same thing over here. This side right here is reading at 102 degrees. So it really honestly doesn't feel like anything. The top of the unit, 125, 124. This is where you expect the most heat over the cook chamber as far as the cook chamber part. And then up here on top, you know, this is directly over the fire. It's not super hot. That's a good sign. It's getting funneled through the cook chamber. And again, this is designed to starve the top of the fire, starve it with oxygen, okay? Starve the oxygen from it, I should say. And so there's no heat going upwards. I say minimal heat coming upwards. You can see a tiny little wisp of a leak right there. But man, this thing is holding temp great. It's been at 400 degrees for about 12 minutes now. So we'll see. This fan system's doing a great job of keeping it right there. All right, 1 hour in, we are still at 401 degrees. This thing has been wavering anywhere between 403 and 397. I think that's pretty stinking good. You know, holding within plus or minus 3 degrees of where you want it. So check back in another hour. All right, everybody, it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes, so it's about 8:30 right now. Not quite 2 hours and 15 minutes, but somewhere around there. But it's 8:30 and we're still holding at 399. The S1 and Breezo fans done a great job with this. Again, every time it hits down to 397, that thing kicks right back on. You can hear it going now. And the temperature will bump right back up. There it goes, 399. It'll be 400 here in a second. I mean, that's it's done a pretty good job. So I'm pretty excited about the system. I mean, the gravity fed smoker is incredible. And well, the ChefsTemp system has done a great job with it. All right, so a little over 2.5 hours at 400 degrees. I've now removed the Breezo fan, and so now it's just going to sit, and we're going to see what the temperature is going to do. I'll check back in about an hour and see where we're at. It's at 397 right now, and again, I'll check it in an hour. Okay, so it's been about an hour and 25 minutes or so, about an hour and a half, and the temperature has dropped to about 329. Okay, so you can see that the fan was doing a really good job of keeping it at 400. However, you know, this thing, I wouldn't expect it to hold 400 forever, okay? I really need it to hold anywhere between 200 and 300, to tell you the truth. I smoke a lot of barbecue. I don't do much stuff with high heat, and I rarely ever go below 200 unless I'm just going to do an overnight brisket cook and just leave it at 200 while I'm sleeping. But usually I'll still go at 225 when I'm doing something like that. So you can see that the insulation in the cabinets is, you know, it's really good. It's still, you know, like I said, it's only dropped 1 or 2 degrees while I've been standing here. I would expect for this thing to kind of level off, probably somewhere around, you know, 275 or 250, and really hold it for quite some time. Right now I've got the ball valves wide open here, so as much air flowing through there as could be. And then this is, you know, most of the way open. I haven't had time to really play around with the vent settings to know what's the best, you know, way to hold heat in this particular unit. So that's it, guys. I hope you got good information out of this.